5 things you should consider when setting a vision or a goal for yourself in life. When you need to put down a goal of what you want to achieve, don't forget a goal is the end product of a desired vision. So, what is your goal in life? What you want to achieve, what you want to become in life? There are 5 characteristics to use to know whether the goal you are setting is good or not. 5 characteristics. In the world of business, precisely in business administration, we use the word SMART, meaning your goal must be smart. And I'm going to break down the meaning of that word SMART for you to have a better comprehension. Hello family, this is the professional mindset. Do well to like this video, subscribe, and share. The word SMART in the world of business has a meaning, and this is the characteristic we use to determine whether the goal you have in mind is a good one, is a possible one, or not. The first thing you should know about SMART is that it starts with the word S. S stands for sustainability. That goal you have, can it sustain you? That goal you have, can it be sustained? In other words, when that goal finally comes, does it have the value? Does it have the ability to sustain what you need? That's the first thing you should note. So when you sit down to set a goal, to set what you want to achieve at a particular point in time, check, is it sustainable enough? Relate it to the present time and the future time to come. Will it be sustainable? Or will that goal just vanish after a certain period in time? If you can answer this, then that's the first step to your goal. After the S, you have the M. M stands for measurable. Can you measure? Can you measure the goal? Can you measure? To be measured means you can break down the goal into steps. You can break it down. At this step, this is what needs to be achieved. At this step, this is what needs to be achieved. That's being measurable, meaning you can measure the goal. You can measure how far you have gone. Maybe you are 30% gone, you are 20% gone, you are 50% gone into achieving that goal. That's being measurable. So let me use an example. You want to become a medical doctor. That is your goal. For you to successfully become a medical doctor, there are steps you must put in place. And those steps can be measured. Which are the steps you measure? How far you have gone in education. You know that, okay, you have a primary education. You have your college education. And then you have the professional training that makes you a medical doctor. That's being measurable. We can measure how far you have gone. So when you're done with primary education, let's say you're 20% gone. You're done with college, okay, you are maybe 45% gone. Now you are left with the professional training, which makes you a medical doctor. That's the core of the profession. That's how far you can measure. You want to become a businessman. Can you measure what you have put in place? Your capital, your resources, your material, your connection. How far have you gone? It can be measured. So your goal must be measurable. The next thing after the M is letter A. A is attainable. How possible is it? Is it possible? Don't set a goal that is impossible. Set a goal that is possible. Set a goal that is possible. A says attainable. Can it be attained? Can it be attained? Don't set what is not attainable. Don't set what is not possible. You cannot be a college student, and instead of trying to prepare for the exam that will make you graduate out of college, your mindset is preparing a PhD. Hey, that is not attainable at the moment. It's not attainable. So set a goal that is attainable. You are a businessman and your capital size is $5,000. That's what you have. But your goal for the next 3 weeks is to get $2 million. How is that possible? How is that attainable? Set goals that are attainable. Listen, don't be carried away by motivation. Set what is attainable. Don't be carried away by motivation. Set what is attainable. You have checked, except that you have checked your environment and you have seen that it is possible to live from 0 and land on 100. Fine. But you are very much aware that you cannot leave 0 and land on 100. Then you need to sit down and check again. Attainable. The next thing after the A is R. It should be realistic. Is it realistic? Is it realistic? How real is it that you will take money and put into some kind of online scheme and generate 3 times? You are not a money doubler. It's not realistic. That's fake. It's not realistic. How realistic is it that you will just wake up one morning and find some huge sums of money into your account? That's your goal. How realistic is that? It's not realistic. You don't just wake up one morning and blossom. So ensure that your goal is realistic. Set what you can realize. Set what you can realize. You cannot be an average income earner, let's say $2,000 on a monthly scale, and your goal is to realize a building of $25 million in 4 weeks. Hey, it's not realistic. It is not realistic. It's not realistic. It is not realistic to want to attain a course that is taught for 5 years in 2 years and expect to be excellent in it. It is not realistic. Set goals that are realistic. It should be realistic. And the last thing, which is a T that completes the word SMART, is time bound. Your goal should be time bound. It should be time bound. Meaning you should know that by this time, this is what has to be achieved. By this time, this is what has to be achieved. It should be time bound. Don't set a goal that you cannot break down into a time structure. Don't set that kind of a goal. In 2 weeks, this can be done. In 1 month, this can be done. In 5 weeks, this can be done. In 1 year, this can be done. That is a good goal. But when you have a goal that you don't know the time frame for it, you just say it will happen. One day it will happen. In the professional field, we don't estimate, we deal with facts. In the professional field, we don't assume, we deal with evidence. It can be done in 5 weeks. It can be done in 10 weeks. It can be done in 20 weeks. That's after making an analysis. Then it should be time bound. So whenever you are setting a goal, pay attention. Your goal must be smart. It must be sustainable. It must be attainable. It must be measurable. It must be realistic. And it must be time bound. When you have these 5 in your goal, then you are on the path of success. This is the professional mind.